Welcome to my fall reset. We are here in our test number 1, 5-inch wall test. We're going to go from our pinky to our thumb, which should be about 5 inches. Plant that foot, keep your heel on the ground, drive your knee forward and see the mobility of your ankle. If your knee is barely going over your toe or not able to go over your toe, you're lacking mobility and we are going to fix that right now. I'm lacking mobility in my ankles because my knee barely gets over those toes. Let's get to it. Here we have a banded ankle mobility exercise to get those ankles moving. Most important part is that the band is placed on top of your foot and not on your ankle. We are going to be pulling a lot of tension away from our anchor point, elevated foot, keeping our heel down, drive that knee as far over those toes as you can without letting that heel lift up. As our foot is being pulled back into place, our tibia, our shin bone, is being shifted back over your ankle, back into a solid foundation. Now we're going 15 reps here with a 3-second pause and just 1 round. So really take your time through each rep. Lean forward as far as you can, hold for 1, 2, 3, and then take it back. 15 reps, it's a lot, but it's only 1 time. Make sure to do this on both ankles before moving on. Now let's test our 5-inch wall test to see our new range of motion. 5 inches from your pinky to your thumb. Keep your heel on the ground. Lean on forward. Wow, so much more flexion. I can get way over my toe now. If this test helped you, make sure you're doing it at least 1 or 2 times a week for this 4 weeks. Let's get into our first exercise. We are going straight into our glutes with this glute bridge. Make sure you draw your belly button down, pelvic tilt, you're turning your hips up into the ceiling, pressing through your heels, you're squeezing the weight all the way up from a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. Those glutes are squeezing all the way up through there. All the way back down, we tap the floor, squeeze back up. You should feel this in your full glutes from the bottom to the top. Make sure your feet are slightly wider than your shoulders and you're keeping the weight into your heels and squeezing up through that booty. Now remember, you want to keep your back flat with your belly button engaged, pushing down in through the ground and lifting, tilting those hips up to the ceiling. That booty should start being on fire and waking up. Couple more reps. I'm starting with a 20-pound weight here. If you can, always go heavier. 20, 30, 40 pounds is even good for glute bridges with both legs down. Here we are doing a single leg glute bridge. Again, your foot is right at your shoulder with pressing into your heel as you squeeze that one booty cheek up. This is a major burn. Keep the opposite leg straight and it's not going over your knee. You're trying to look for less momentum and more control in the working booty cheek. So keep that one leg low. Switch those legs. Again, foot is shoulder width apart. And as you squeeze up, keep the opposite leg as straight as you can with minimum momentum in that opposite leg. Keep the working leg, the foot that is down, the glute, the booty, working and lifting all that resistance, each leg at a time. Let's superset that with RDLs. Pick up some dumbbells. Your hands are going to be right outside on top of your thighs. Keeping your chin tucked. Extend those hips down till your weights are about 2-3 inches underneath those knees, and then you're going to squeeze that booty up to stand all the way straight. Your feet are going to be parallel underneath those hips, so not too wide but not smashed together either, just hip width apart. On the way down, think about lengthening your hammies. On the way up, squeeze that booty to stand. Keep the dumbbells right on your thighs. You don't want them to move away from your body at all. The more bend you put in your knees, the more glutes you're going to be working. So although our knees are not moving forward, we are bending them to sit into our hips. Next superset, we have hamstring curls. Go ahead and shimmy on down. Feet are going to be parallel all the way up and long extension back down. Full range of motion here. With every rep, I want you to think about squeezing your booty cheeks together really hard so you're still using your glutes and hammies. Full extension all the way down, flex those toes and squeeze hard back up. On the way down, think about controlling it and going slow like a 2-3 count back to the bottom. Any pace going up and 2-3 count on the way back down. If you don't have a hamstring curl machine, let's do it right here on the floor. Grab a towel or some slides. Again, you're going to turn your hips up and holding that belly button in. Those glutes stay off the floor and you're going to hamstring curl your heels into your glutes. This is a major burn. Either way is amazing to hit those hammies with that booty. Full extension out and squeeze back in. Your glutes and hammies should be on fire. Let's superset that with a banded squat. I want the band to be underneath your knees because again, we're working on mobilizing those ankles. As you squat down, think about pushing your knees out as far over your pinky toes. Really wide, just hold that tension on the band. Make sure you have a flat line from your neck down to those hips, sitting all the way past your knees. Get as low as you can here. Push and drive those knees out and stand up. On top, deep breath, inhale, draw on that belly button. Push those knees out and squeeze up. This is full body exercise, emphasis on your booty and strengthening our ankles. Good job, ladies. Make sure to comment down below if the ankle mobilization test helped your ankles, and like and subscribe to my channel.